Hi, I'm Greg DeMayo. I'm the Director of Career and Technical Education for the Waltham Public Schools, which means I'm in charge of all of the vocational programs at the high school. That's my main role, as well as family and consumer science at the high school, business education programs at the high school, and then technology engineering at the middle school and elementary level. If you look back at vocational education, people had a certain idea of what vocational education was. Students get training in high school and then they get a job right out of high school. I think today it's different. That still happens. There are still kids who go right into a field, but more so today it's really about kids finding something that they really like in high school and being able to latch onto it and really getting excited about coming to school each day. And that's true of a lot of our vocational programs. Kids get excited about being in that program. In developing new programs, what we look at is demand. And we've had a lot of demand traditionally for the TV program here and for the cooking programs. So we thought that we would take that to the next level and apply for vocational certification, which it's a little bit more prestigious. It gives kids a little bit more well-rounded experience, and it's really taking advantage of what we already have in place. So they were kind of easy decisions.
The industry's grown, it's booming now. There's not just television production, there's media production in terms of the web, multimedia production. That's why we named the original classes television and multimedia production. The transition into a vocational program was a natural fit. Greg DeMayo came up to me back about 4 or 5 years ago and he said, you know, that would be a nice program. It's an emerging program, it's new. The state of Massachusetts is now developing Chapter 74 vocational programs for television production. It's been great. The kids love it. They love the idea of being able to be here multiple periods a week. That was always difficult. One of the challenges in the past, when you only have a kid 2 periods a week or 4 periods a week, there's just not enough time to get big projects done. You find yourself really stuck for time, and you have to get kids to come back after school to do big projects. Now I have kids 8, 10, 12 periods a week. That's 12 hours of coursework a week.
When it came to choosing courses, I decided to take 8 periods because I knew that there would be kids who also cared about it and were really into it, and that really kind of sets this class apart, is how we really have this drive to produce our show every week and really get into it.
What a lot of people might not know about video production is it's a time-consuming field. You know, you got to do your shooting and your editing. So as a program, as a vocational program, it's a great fit for Waltham High School. We have a lot of kids in the program. It's in its infancy. It's a new program. We're experimenting with the curriculum right now. We do 6 TV shows. We do a weekly news show. We do a news magazine show. We do a show that features teacher and student achievements. We do a how-to show. We do a show with the superintendent, and so these kids are getting kind of real-world work experience.
I'm in TV Broadcasting 2. I'm the first student to go through the vocational TV program, and I am in TV 12 periods a week. I have 4 periods doing kind of like a soft news show, The Hawk, and I produce segments for that. I'm the director of WHS News Now, which is like kind of like a hard news story that we produce every week. And then I have my own show, How To, which is like a show where people come in and like teach you how to do things, and I host that.
One of my students today actually said to me, "This seems more like a job than a class." And I looked at him as if he was being sarcastic, and I laughed. I said, "Well, what do you think of that?" And he goes, "Oh, it's cool. You know, we're working like on something real. I feel like I work for a TV station right now." And that's the way I run the class. Majority of our kids go off to college. I'd say it's like a 90% kids go to schools like Quinnipiac, Syracuse, Fordham, Emerson, Boston College. Communications programs are popping up at universities like left and right.
A lot of the college visits I've been on, when they talk about communications, they're like, "Oh, you're going to use this program called Final Cut," and I'm like, "Oh, I already know how to do that." So I feel like college will be a little easier. I can kind of get a jump start, and maybe I think it'll help me be like a leader in my classes and give me a little bit more confidence.
That's why I think a vocational program in television fits so well, and it works out so well because the opportunities have grown now for post-secondary education and the career.
This is the second year that we've had culinary arts here at Waltham High School officially on the books, officially on the schedule. So it's pretty awesome. I graduated from Waltham High in the early '90s, and coming through like the old home ec family consumer science programs, I think a program like this, it really gives a kid that really wants to take the cooking to the next step. They can do it for 2 hours a day as opposed to 1 hour a day. So the schedule is so much more awesome, I guess, in that sense. We looked at kids that are really, really interested in pushing through for going to school for baking and pastry, hotel management, restaurant management, hospitality industry, baking, pastry arts, whatever it would be.
I took the vocational program this year because I want to go into baking and pastry, so it helps a lot. I'm going to Newbury College, and they have a hospitality program, so it includes culinary arts. So I'm going there for 2 years, and then maybe transfer to another school for specifically baking and pastry. So
we just started doing a few little catering events. We had a Thanksgiving pie sale that we did that went very well, and all the funds raised go right back to the culinary arts program here at the high school. So we're able to use that for buying specialty ingredients where we might not typically be able to get with our set budget. It's a good time to be here. It's a good time. It's funny coming back on the other side of things, having taken the programs and then coming back and seeing where these programs are. And I remind the kids of that you know, this is you know, where the future of cooking is going, and it's good. It's a good time to be here.
That's what we hope to do. We hope to find what kids are passionate about and give them those opportunities. In TV broadcasting or in culinary, there are kids who love those programs, and just that's what keeps them coming to school, which is great. Some of them will go into the field; they'll get jobs right out of high school. Others won't. Will do things that have nothing to do with culinary arts or TV broadcasting. But there's a lot of related areas that they'll get benefits from. You know, working with other individuals, so that teamwork aspect in TV broadcasting, the communication skills. You know, learning about the technology that's in there. In culinary, picking up some of the skills that you might use just in your everyday life. And so problem-solving skills, all those kinds of things. And there are other kids who will further their education, which probably in today's world, in today's 21st century world, everyone needs to further their education at some point. So a lot of kids will do that, perhaps just in a 6-month program, perhaps in a 2-year program, or even a 4-year program, and some will even go beyond that. So vocational programs today offer something for everyone. It's just about finding the match.